Our theme today is going to be honor oneself. So I usually go through a series of chakra classes at least once a year or every year and a half. I have not been doing that in the Monday classes. I've been doing it on my Wednesday evening classes and my Thursday yin classes. However, I want to bring up this concept for today, and it correlates to the third chakra. So each of these chakras are basically wheels of life force energy. If you were to look at the human anatomy, there's a bundle of nerves where each of these chakras are located, and they each govern different things physically in the body, as well as emotionally and spiritually. So I've been going through the chakras, and last week we were on the third chakra, which is the solar plexus, the indwelling place of the sun. This is the seat of the ego, our personality, our likes, dislikes. It's also a place where we tend to stuff or absorb other people's opinions and judgments about us. And it's a place where sometimes we can stuff our faces whenever we're feeling emotional. We may have emotional eating. Some people are the exact opposite. Say, for instance, if they get really stressed, they don't want to eat at all. But think about all the inner organs here. And it's not just our digestion. And I say this a lot. It's not just how well we're digesting, processing, and assimilating food. It's how we're digesting, processing, and assimilating life, experiences, conversations, things of that nature. It's the place where we build confidence, where we have inner strength and resilience. It's a place where we muster up the courage. It's where we have our passion. This is holds Agni, which is digestive fire, but also the fire of transformation. Okay, so I gave you a little tidbit about the third chakra. There's so much more, but that's enough. What I want to focus on is the sacred truth of this chakra. And the sacred truth is honor oneself. So if you look at the sacred truth for the first chakra, which is about our roots, our family of origin, our conditioning, our past, our sense of security, survival skills. This is about honoring authority, honoring your elders, honoring your mother and father. But that's on the physical plane. And we have to discern, is this something that truly aligns with who we are today or not? And sometimes we grow and evolve beyond that. The sacred truth here, second chakra, because it's relational and it's also creativity. But coming back to the relational aspect, the sacred truth is honor each other. So I would say, the golden rule, love your neighbor as yourself. Like any of this would be second chakra issues. Here, honor oneself. Honor and respect your body. Honor and respect your choices, your decisions. Honor and respect yourself. So when we study the yogic philosophy, especially the 8-limbed path of yoga and the yamas and the niyamas, it's not just about how we're conducting ourselves, but how we're treating other people and how we're putting these principles into play. So we're not going to go over that whole list, but all of this really is also honoring oneself, practicing with honesty and integrity, making sure you're not going to hurt yourself, honoring your limitations. So that's what I want us to focus on today. That does mean, because it's third chakra sacred truth, we're going to be working into the core stuff. There's different actions we can do at the core. There's core contraction. There's core expansion. And there's also some side oblique stuff. So we'll be doing a little core work, back bending, forward folding, twisting to tie in with this. So let's come down to our back. And I want you to look at this, you guys. I have a little feather stuck on my pants, and I refuse to leave it. I refuse to take it away. Because I say when you find a feather, it's like an angel sending you a message. So I'm keeping my little angel here. We're going to separate the feet. And take your hands onto your stomach region. Now, ideally, have it more in your midsection or at your navel or higher. And then go ahead and begin to take some deep diaphragmatic breaths. You know you're breathing in a diaphragmatic way when you feel the belly swelling and expanding as you breathe in, deflating and falling in as you breathe out. This diaphragmatic breath can assist digestion. It can also calm the nervous system and help us to de-stress. As you're breathing down into this area, thinking about our theme today, recognize the significance, the importance, the validity, and the sacredness of your own personal power, of your own personal thoughts, of your own personal truth and values, your own personal life and choices. Set your intention to honor and respect your body throughout this practice. Set your intention to honor your emotions. And then go ahead and inhale, start to bend your knees and drop your hands down beside your hips, palms facing downward. Now go ahead and roll your outer arms and shoulders towards the floor as well. And when you do that, you're going to feel a little pick-me-up at the cavity of the chest. Now power down through the soles of the feet. Start to tug and lift away from the ground. So you're coming into two-legged table or a half bridge. Keep your thighs rolling towards each other, your knees shooting towards the front side of the room, and your chest puffing up towards your chin to provide extra space in your low back. When you're pressing down, especially to the mound of the big toes, you're going to find that your knees will stay narrow, you'll engage the inner quad, but feel the engagement of your hamstrings and glutes. Take one more deep breath. As you exhale, start to roll down one vertebra at a time. Pick your head and feet off the ground, well as your hands. Reach the hands past the feet, lifting the nose up towards the knees, contracting your belly. On your next inhale, lower the hands and feet, lower the head back down, and lift into this low bridge. Exhale will start to flow, roll down to the sacrum and scrunch in. Continue, inhale, landing down and lifting your way up. Exhale, rolling down, contracting and curling in. Do this a couple more rounds. Inhale, charging into the back of the body. Opening and creating space in the front of the body. And then exhale, contracting the front of the body. Creating more space in the upper back. Good, one more. Now let's go ahead and wrap the hands around the front of the shins. Lower the head, relieve your neck a moment. Holding Apanasana, the wind release pose. Now let's go ahead and take the hands and place them behind the head and extend your right leg down the lane of the mat, keeping your left knee drawing towards you. Now pick up your right elbow, cross it over your midline towards your left knee. And then inhale, lower back to the ground. Good, swap sides, bring your right knee in, extend your left leg long, and then exhale, pick up the left arm, cross it over the midline towards the bent knee. Good, now inhale, lower down, exhale, swap the legs, this time hover the right foot. Inhale, swap sides, and then exhale, twist over, working the side obliques. So continue this work, but go at a pretty slow pace. This is really building and igniting that heat in the belly, stoking the inner fire. Let your hands support your head and your neck. Maybe pausing at the top, at the end of that exhale. And the next time you twist over towards the right knee, go ahead and descend the feet, sliding them out. Slide the arms up overhead, create an egg shape with your body. Similar to the yin form of corpse pose. Sometimes referenced as the star or pentacle pose. Now breathe back down into your belly, sensing that movement from the inside instead of relying on your hands to sense it from the outside. Good, now draw your knees in towards your side ribs, coming into tree frog or stirrup pose. And just taking a moment to open up your hips. Stack your hands on top of your knees and then start to circle the lower body around and around, almost like you're hula hooping. And then reverse those circles. Close your knees back together. Flip your hands up underneath the crease of the knees. Kick your heels up and rock forward. Okay, when we rock forward, we're going to do the little rock and roll action back and forth. However, we're going to try to use core control, meaning when we roll back, try not to go to the head. When you come forward, try not to land to the feet. So it looks kind of like this. Just on the main part of your spine. Good, the next time you come up, feet together, knees apart, lift up through the top of the head and exhale, hinge forward from your hips. So I had a gentleman come to my class yesterday, and he's probably been a student of mine for maybe a year, because it's at the other studio, and I've only been there a few years. His wife has been a regular student, and he started to come, and he's really enjoying it. He's one of those students, like anything you mention, like he wants to reference it, he wants to read the books you mentioned, like he's in it. But he came up to me yesterday and he said, you know, there was one simple instruction you said last week that changed my whole practice. I was like, what was that? He said, hinge from the hips, not your waist. He said, I realized I was hinging from my waist, right? If we hinge from the waist, it's more here. If we hinge from the proper place, the hips, right? The back stays longer and straighter, and then you feel the hamstrings. Here, you're just putting strain in your back. Like there's no hamstring work. So it also applies in this pose, right? Because if we're rounding from the waist, we're not feeling the legs or hips. We're achieving what we want to in this pose. So really keep an elongation of the vertebrae. Ensure that you're hinging from the hips so that you feel the work in your lower body. And then affirming here as you hold. Breathing in, breathing out. I will accept everything that comes my way. Secure in myself. I accept whatever it is. Inhale, gently leaving your heart to come all the way back up. Okay, we're going to try to come up the Kundalini way, which requires some core work. So we're going to rest on the outer edges of the feet. We're going to attempt not to use the hands. You lean forward, pressurize the feet, and come up and uncross the legs. If that doesn't work, just come on up. Now step to the front side of your mat. Look down at your feet, just a few inches in between the big toes, and really plug them down. Engage your legs. Bring your hands to prayer position at your heart. Circle the arms up overhead and pause here, palms facing one another. So I want you to feel the expansive work here at your core, at your midriff. Notice how the belly is zipping up as if you were putting on a tight pair of jeans. All right, this is something that we call Uddiyana Bandha. It happens naturally when the arms are lifting up over the head. Now try to maintain that as much as you can. As you exhale, bring the hands together, again, hinging from the hips, not the waist. So you do feel the hamstrings as you roll down. Separate the hands, eventually bow your head over. And please know back bends and forward folds also assist this third chakra. Inhale, slide the hands up the legs, lengthen out through the spine. Exhale, lower back down and in. Inhale, we're going to take plank. When we take plank position, stack the bones and joints of the arms. Draw that belly in towards your back body. Exhale, rock forward with your quads and core. Lower down to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, build to the stilts of the arms, up dog. And exhale, roll back, down dog. From downward facing dog, I want you to think about this midsection and the sacred truth of honor oneself. Oftentimes we feel like we have to have the legs straight, but if that's occurring and it's dipping the tailbone or slightly rounding the low back, then there's a contraction happening in the core. And we want space in the belly. We want space in between each vertebra here. So it's okay to have bent or soft knees. Let's all take a cleansing breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. Inhale, bring the feet to the top of the mat. You can meditationally walk or lunge. Hands slide up the leg bones. Create more of a 90-degree angle with your form. Shoulders pull back from the ears. And then exhale, dive back over. Inhale, root down to rise up. Pausing here to feel that work in your core. Now try to keep this engagement even though you're bringing your hands down to your heart, which is hard to maintain because it just wants to poof back out, doesn't it? Or mine does. Inhale, circle the arms up overhead. Good. Exhale, hands together and fold back down. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, bow over and down. Inhale, step back plank. Exhale, rock forward with your quads, with your core, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift the upward facing dog. Feel the openness in the abdomen, chest, throat. And exhale, use your core to roll back. So the core helps us to transition from the floor away from gravity to this inverted position. So I'll take a cleansing breath in through the nose, out audibly through the mouth. Inhale, feet come back to the top of the mat. Think about these transitions when you're doing it. This position, Ardha Uttanasana, lifts to create more space. Exhale, we go back down, but notice how it affects the core. Remember I said it's the indwelling place of the sun. The sun salutations involve this section of the body. Inhale, circle the arms overhead. It also helps to produce heat in the body. Exhale, hands to heart, keeping and maintaining Uddiyana Bandha. All right, now we're gonna switch it up. Inhale, let's bend the knees, take Utkatasana chair. Now, sometimes we focus on the feet, sometimes we focus on the hips, sometimes we focus on the side latch. I want us to focus on the engagement here in the upper belly today. Good, exhale, hold straight down over the legs. Inhale, just create some space. Exhale, take it to Chaturanga Dandasana on one out breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rock and roll back. All right, from here, inhale, lift your right leg halfway up. Exhale to cheetah, core contraction, nose to knee. Inhale, push back, fly the right heel skyward. Exhale, step it forward in between the hands, lower your back foot to the mat, and come up, warrior one. From warrior one position, front knee aligned over the ankle, back hip and thigh rolling towards the front. Align your head over your shoulders over your hips. All right, from here, bring in that core engagement. You're gonna need it for the next transition. We're gonna start to hinge forward, shift off the back heel, line your right hip over your right ankle, pick up the left foot, take Virabhadrasana 3, balance and breathe. Bend the front knee, tiptoe the back foot down to the floor, lower the heel, and back the heart over the pelvis. Exhale, hands down. Step it back and flow. Flow with your breath and continue to honor one's self. Honor your energy, honor your body. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, cheetah, nose towards knee. Inhale, Ekapada, one-legged version. Exhale, step the foot through, bury the back heel down. Coming on up, warrior one. All right, solidify your feet. Opening the front thigh. Internal rotation with your back thigh. Hands flying up. Now engage your core. These are the transverse abdominis muscles. Although you may be feeling more of your calf muscles. Exhale, lean forward. Peel the back foot off the mat. Shift your weight and lift, balance, and breathe. Then the front knee, tiptoe the back foot down, and then weigh it down as you back up. Warrior one. Exhale, hands down. Next vinyasa. Pausing and out of Mukha Svanasana. So your breath is the perfect way to check in with your body. Especially days where you may feel disconnected from the body. The breath can bring you back home. The breath can tune you back in. Inhale, look forward towards your hands. We're gonna bend the knees. And I want you to use upper body strength, core strength, to hop the feet forward, to land lightly if possible. Straighten the legs, hands can slide up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, free fall back over and down. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms up. Today, focus on core engagement. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, we're gonna keep it rolling. Inhale, Utkatasana. Again, focus, core. Exhale, straight over. Sits bones rising, head bowing. Inhale, create some space. Exhale to Chaturanga Dandasana. Now you can even fly right back into that pose. Love hearing the breath. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, cheetah. Inhale, lean them back out. Exhale, step the foot through. Lower the back heel. Coming up, Virabhadrasana 1. So once you line up your feet, your legs, your upper body, exhale, we're gonna hang back. And we're gonna flow. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Chin parallel to the earth. Exhale, hang back with goddess arms. One more, inhale. Exhale. One more breath in. Exhale, hands down. Take the vinyasa. There was a book that came out, I don't know, 15 or 18 years ago called Real Men Do Yoga. It has Eddie George on the cover. And it even has Hillary Lindsay, one of Nashville's yoga instructors, in the book. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, cheetah, nose towards knee. Inhale, sit it up. Exhale, step it through. Bury the back heel down. Coming up, warrior 1. I'm bringing that up because we're going to do one of the poses from that book in just a moment. Exhale, hang back. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, goddess arms, hang back. Last one. This time, hold an extra breath. Exhale, hands. Left foot plank. All right, so one of the poses they do in that book is not one we do often. We're gonna stay grounded on the left hand and feet. We're still looking down, but the right arm's gonna reach forward and out. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, lift and extend your left arm. Remember, the core is your powerhouse. Your breath gives you the fuel. Find your strength, find your willpower. Lower that hand. Shift it forward, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up, down. Exhale, down, down. Relax any tension from your face or jaw. Perfect time to take a cleansing breath if you need it. Inhale it forward. Bringing the feet through, floating up to Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, let go. Inhale, Utkatasana. And we also forget about the core. Exhale, hands to heart. One more of those flows, and then we're moving on. Inhale, Utkatasana. Notice it's a little bit different. You have to focus a little bit more when we're leaning out and when the knees are bent. Try to avoid tucking this tailbone, however. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, cheetah. Inhale, ekapada version. Exhale, step the foot through, lower the back heel. Coming up, warrior one. Take the hands behind your back. You can lace up, or if you want to monitor that and do a little easier variation, cross your arms. Exhale, we're going to humble the warrior. We're going to bow to the inside of that right knee. Lower the head so you can engage toward your back foot. Clip your right hip and slightly tuck it under. And pierce the navel in towards the spine. Inhale, head up. Hands release. Take the next vinyasa. Right, left leg next. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, cheetah, nose towards me. Inhale, extend it out. Exhale, step the foot through, bury the back heel down. Coming up, warrior one. From Virabhadrasana 1, lace your hands behind your back or cross your arms the opposite way than before. Exhale, fold and humble the warrior. And notice when we're bringing the weight down, obviously we're going to feel more weighted in the front foot, but see if you can activate the back foot. Instead of allowing the belly to spill over, pierce the navel in. Inhale the head up halfway, lower the hands. Last vinyasa. Checking in downward facing dog. Are you still honoring oneself? Inhale. Hop the feet to the top. Maybe that's not honoring yourself. Maybe you need a meditationally walk or lunge. Exhale, bow over. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, handstand. Okay, now separate the feet so a little slightly wider than hip distance. Hands to Anjali Mudra. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, rotate left. Inhale, face the front. Exhale, spin to the right. Inhale, arms relift. Exhale, twist and radiate through the shoulders. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, we're going to shift the weight onto the left leg and foot. We're going to take the right knee up and catch it with the left hand. And then inhale, right arm skyward. Exhale, twist to the right. Hold and breathe. Good, inhale, right arm up. Exhale, lower down. I'm on 2 mats, and that makes it too squishy. So I'm stepping off. Okay, next side. Shift your weight into your right leg. Bring the right hand and catch the left knee. Flex the left ankle. Engage the core. With that Uddiyana Bandha, lift the left arm. Twist to the left. Left arm up. Exhale. That was not easy. Okay, separate your feet wide. Bend the knees. And then widen your thighs. Alligators. Okay, but we're going to stack the hands onto the knees. And the hands can help to keep the knees and hips open. And we're going to do the pumping of the belly. Okay, we're going to take a breath in, we're going to take a breath out, and then we're pumping in and out as we're holding the breath. And we'll take a deep breath, blow the breath out, and pump it in. We're going to do it 3 times. Okay, ready? Blow it out, hold the breath, pump. Good, breathe. Let it go. And pump. All right, breathing in, breathing out, and pump. And let that go. Take some breaths and bring it up. Polygons. Squeezing the biceps, keeping the knees fanned apart. And then you're going to bring the left hand over to the right knee, and you're going to let the right arm loop behind your back. You're pushing the tailbone towards the wall behind you. You're reaching the crown towards the wall in front of you. Torso stays in between the thighs. All right, squat. Right hand to left knee, left hand threads behind your back. Tailbone reaching towards the back wall. Lean down with your trunk, reach the crown of the head towards the front wall, and turn your face to the left. Breathe. All right, one more in Kali Goddess. Bring the arms back up. And you're going to twist to the left on the inhale, twist to the right on the exhale. You want to stabilize your lower body. You don't want the knees to wobble. And you can go at any pace with your breath or rotation. You can be slow, moderate, or fast. All right, inhale, bring it up. Bring the feet together. So the feet are going to form kind of a little bit of a unison here. We're going to bend the knees, push the tailbone back, bring the hands to prayer position at the heart, and you're going to twist to the right. Bringing that left elbow to latch to the knee or to the outer thigh. Okay, from this rotation, put your weight in your right foot. Step back with your left foot. Push through that calf and heel. And then notice how the belly may sink and hide inside your leg. So push down through your left elbow, fly the navel up, and churn through your belly. Take a deeper twist. Good, now exhale, unwind from that, lower your back heel, bring the right elbow to the inside of the right knee. And then from here, expand your arms, right hand down, left hand skyward, and create space in the belly. Good, press through the right foot, come up, straighten your right leg. Look down at your right toes. Make sure they're facing the short edge of your mat. Launch over that leg. Windmill down to triangle. So you want to make sure that you have lots of space, length, openness between your chest and your navel. But we're going to change this up since we're working on this third chakra today. We're going to pull the belly in as we lower the left hand and bow the head to look down. And then inhale, we slowly relift the left arm and straighten out through the spine. Exhale, execute slowly. Inhale, open back up. Exhale, come back down. Good, lunge the front knee, bring the hands to the floor. Now, this is where if you want to use a block, your block can be underneath your left hand because we're going to straighten out the right leg, but we're going to fan open to the right for a variation of revolving triangle. You may or may not need that block underneath the left hand, but we are trying to straighten the front leg. Exhale, lunge the knee, look down. Step the back foot forward. Bend the knees deep. Twist to the other side. So right elbow to left knee. Yes. Good. Once you take this twisting Utkatasana, notice if your right knee is sliding more forward of your left. If it is, back it up. Put your weight in your left foot and step your right foot back. Take your time. You're on the ball of the foot, you're pressing through that calf and ankle, and notice how the belly slipped down. So now lift and churn through your abdomen. Down your heart towards your thumbs. Good, roll down to your back heel as you unwind from the twist. Take the elbow to the inside of the knee to prop that hip open. And then flare the arms open. Left hand down, right arm up. Push through the left foot. Float the hands up. Straighten the left leg. Good, left toes facing the short edge of the mat. Lengthen over. Windmill down, triangle. Space between the heart and the belly. And then exhale, pull the belly in, lower the right arm, bow the head, look down. And then inhale, relift and realign. Exhale, fan down. Inhale, build up. And exhale, bring it down. This is where we're going to lunge the knee. Maybe take the block underneath the right hand if you need it. Straightening out the left leg, sweeping the left arm out and up. Honor oneself means honor and respect your body. Especially where you feel limitations, tightness, restriction. Exhale, lunge the knee, lower the left hand. Step back, bring the knees down. Untuck the toes. Scoop in through the belly. Wrap your arms around the legs and lower to your hairline. So when you're rounding the back this way in more traditional child's, it may not be perfectly on the third eye. It may be higher up the forehead. And that's all right. We are trying to slightly round the back like an egg shape. Let the shoulders softly descend and drape over the knees. And we begin to build up. As you build up, test the waters. Oh, that's so weird. The feathers switched to the other leg. I'm like, okay. If this is not comfortable for your body, you're going to separate your ankles and sit on the block. If it's still not comfortable, you're going to come to standing Vajrasana like this. Okay. All right. So either way, we're going to take the arms up. We haven't done this in a while, in my class at least. Hands are going to interlace. So the guys in the room, right thumb over left. The ladies in the room, left thumb over right. The other fingers lace except for the pointer fingers. The shoulders are going to shrug towards the ears. The arms are going to hug close to the head. Now we're attempting to keep the arms locked in this position. And what we're going to do is called a corkscrew. So you're rolling your hips in circles, and you're also rolling your upper body in circles. Your arms get loose, tie the hands back up, relock the arms. Now reverse it. Usually it's not quite as coordinated on the second side, but just do your best. All right. Lower the arms, shift up. Now I doubled my mat. Check your knees. Yes, please. Step has got a knee pad. I see others grabbing a blanket. If you don't have a blanket or knee pad, but you need it, you can always double your mat towards you and then crawl your knees on top. So then it is double, like the way Danielle just did. Okay, hands to prayer. This is sneaky quad work, okay? You may not feel it initially. Inhale, the arms reach. Exhale, we twist to the right like we did standing. Stay in the twist. Lean back, come forward. Good, lean back. Try to keep the straight back if you can. Good, come forward. Lean back. Maybe pause briefly. Drive it to the front. Was that 3?
Yeah.
We're doing 5. Thank you, Renee. And last one. Okay, arms float back up. Exhale, twist to the left like you did standing. Keep the core engagement. Lean back, pause briefly, and drive forward. Lean back on the out breath, and then inhale brings you through. The slower you go, the more you'll feel later. All right, I think that's 5. Relax the arms. We're going to come down to a seat. With one foot in front of the other, like a modified Siddhasana. We're going to stack the hands to the knees. And when you're ready, we're going to rock over the right leg, sweep to the left, and inhale to the top. And just do this a couple rounds. All right, this is how we typically do it, but I want us to move into that 3rd chakra. So that means we're going to add in cat-cows. So that means we're not going as low over the lap, but we're doing these kind of barrel rolls with the chest. Coming forward on the inhale and pulling the heart and navel in as we back up on the exhale. So Rob's daughter has this, fascination. She's 15. So she fantasizes about her boyfriend being a cowboy. Because she likes to ride horses. And I don't know, that's just kind of her thing. And if you've ever seen a rodeo, or I've only seen it on TV, I've never seen it in person. But when they know they're about to be on a bucking horse or, a bull, they have to depend on their core strength. And you'll notice they're really pulling it in and they're gripping hard with their hands and their legs. All right, come back up. Flip your hands open, close your eyes. That kind of gripping is what you're experiencing in that cow tilt. Notice where you feel pockets of energy or sensation. Open up your eyes. We're going to exchange the feet. So now the one that was out in front is now closer to the body. Hands are going to take resonance back to the knees. And now we're going to take it over to the left side. Sweep to the right. Just keep a flat back at first. This is probably what you're more used to doing. And then when you're ready, start to add in the cat-cow expression. And like that. Grab something to sit on, whether it's a block or bolster. We're going to take the hands, spread it across your belly. Sit up tall, but close your eyes. I don't know about you, but when I started yoga, I was young, I was only 26, but I realized when the teacher was telling us how to breathe, I was breathing the exact opposite way. It's always easier to breathe diaphragmatically when you're lying on your back, because that's kind of the go-to breath when we're reclined. And when I finally mastered it on my back, I came up to sit, or I would do standing poses, and then it would go back to the habitual way again. So just notice, is your belly even bellowing as you breathe? And if so, is it ballooning on the inhale and retracting on the exhale? Just do your best. Remember, this is where we tend to absorb other people's opinions or judgments about us, and this can include society at large. And I heard a cool expression last week that says sometimes we have to purge in order to emerge. So think about every out breath purging other people's opinions and judgments away so that you can flourish and emerge inside. We've all been shaped by life and experiences and stressors. We all have our own unique expression that we can offer the world. So let your full character emerge. And then we're going to say out loud and then a whisper, and then silently. So repeat after me. I love my body. I love my body. In a whisper. And silent. And then allow, I honor and respect my body. I honor and respect my body. In a whisper. Quietly with you. And then allow, I love myself. I love myself. And in a whisper. Quietly with you. And then allow, I honor and respect myself. I honor and respect myself. In a whisper. And silently with you. And now say aloud, and this will depend on your own name. For myself, I am Robbie, and I release everyone else's energy out of my body. I am Robbie, and I release everyone else's energy out of my body. In a whisper. Silent. Right, from these affirmations and breath work, we're going to recline down for Shavasana. So if you want to use any props, gather them up. Find your position you'd like to reside in for Shavasana. And determine whether or not you want the hands on or off the body. I want you to consider when we think about someone being magnetic or having magnetism that stems from this field. The strength of your character stems from this field. The warmth of your personality stems from this field. I want you to take the time to get settled and still. To honor this sacred pause. Follow your exhalation down and allow that to help you to drop in. Feel the earth beneath your body. Give your body permission to relax. Soften your belly. Soften your shoulders. Soften your face. And then allow your attention to go deeper within. Even notice the breath may have slowed already. allowing the breath to minimize so that you can focus on the feeling that you're receiving from any and all sensation. Stay within. Stay connected. Remembering the sacred truth. Honoring oneself. Next in breath, let's slide the feet towards us. Let's just rock the knees from side to side. Eventually roll into one. Enough to take a formal seat. Joining your hands to prayer. The light within me honors and bows to the beautiful light in each of you. So instead of ending with Om today, we're going to use the seed sound for the third chakra, which is Ram. But we'll chant it like Om, except it's Ram. Okay, so inhale, arms overhead.